Someone fought for you. Not metaphorically, not symbolically. Actually fought. Someone you'll never meet bled so you could breathe. Someone broke so you could be whole. Someone endured winters that would have killed you, just so you could have a chance at spring. Your great-great-grandmother who walked miles in shoes that wore through. Your grandfather who worked 3 jobs and never complained. That ancestor who crossed an ocean with nothing but a dream wrapped in cloth. They didn't do it so you could scroll. You're standing on a mountain of sacrifice. Every comfort you take for granted, every choice you have, it was paid for. In sweat, in tears, in years stolen from people who deserved rest but never got it. And what are you doing with their gift? You're complaining about being tired. You're saying you don't have time. You're treating opportunity like it's guaranteed, like it's owed to you. When people died just to put it in your hands. They couldn't choose their circumstances. You can. They couldn't pursue their dreams. You can. They couldn't afford to be afraid. But you have every advantage they prayed for, and you're paralyzed by comfort. Somewhere in your bloodline, there's someone who would trade places with you in a heartbeat, who would weep at the resources you waste, who would kill for the education you're taking for granted, who would give anything, to have your problems. You think you're struggling? Your ancestors buried children. They survived famines, they fled violence. They rebuilt from nothing, not once, but again and again and again. And their legacy, it's you, standing at the finish line of their race, refusing to run yours. I'm not saying you don't have real challenges. Your pain is real, your struggles are valid, but they're also survivable. And somewhere deep in your DNA, there's proof of that. Because survival is your inheritance. Every single person who came before you, they survived their worst day. Every single one. They faced hunger, disease, war, heartbreak, loss that would shatter you. And they kept going, not because they were stronger than you, because they had to be. You don't have to be. That's your privilege, but it's also your burden. Because when survival is optional, so is greatness. When comfort is easy, purpose becomes hard. And you've chosen easy. You've chosen the path of least resistance, the comfortable job, the safe relationship, the predictable routine. And every night, when you close your eyes, there's a voice that whispers, "This isn't what we survived for." Your ancestors didn't claw their way out of poverty so you could be comfortable. They didn't sacrifice their youth so you could waste yours. They didn't fight for freedom so you could build your own prison out of fear and excuses. They fought so you could become. Become who? That's the question that should keep you up at night. Not what should I do, not what if I fail, but am I honoring the price that was paid for me to exist? Because right now, you're not. And you know it. You're letting their sacrifice rot. You're taking the inheritance they left you, courage, resilience, possibility, and you're burying it in the backyard like it's worthless. While you binge another series, while you make another excuse, while you hit snooze on the alarm they would have killed to hear. But I want you to imagine something. Imagine them watching you. All of them. Every generation that broke themselves so you could be whole. Watching you scroll, watching you complain, watching you squander the life they died to give you. What would you say to them? How would you explain that you had everything, and you did nothing? That you were given tools they couldn't dream of, and you left them in the box? That you inherited their strength, and you pretended you didn't have it? You can't undo their suffering. You can't repay their sacrifice. But you can honor it. And honoring it means using it. Using the strength they passed down. Using the opportunities they created. Using the freedom they fought for. not to be comfortable, but to be courageous. Not to be safe, but to be significant. Not to survive, but to thrive. You don't owe them perfection. You don't owe them success. You owe them effort. You owe them the same relentless pursuit they showed when the odds were worse and the resources were fewer. So tonight, when you're tempted to quit, when you're tempted to choose easy, when you're tempted to say, I can't, remember. Remember who's in your corner. An entire army of ghosts who would have died for your problems, who would have wept for your opportunities, who are counting on you to finish what they started. The inheritance is yours. Stop wasting it.